Hoping everyone had a great Christmas and holiday season thus far, as the new year is upon us. And before I get on to this video, I'd like to give a special thanks to Evan Berger, who produced some music, especially for me, which, man, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Evan. I really like his beats. Definitely check out his YouTube channel. He's going to school to, I guess, like be a music producer, as far as I know. He makes some great beats, guys, so just go ahead and check this guy out. Link will definitely be in the description to his channel. So obviously, in case you didn't get the title or the thumbnail or anything, I'm gonna just go over a few recent signings and a little bit more news and update on Henrik Lundqvist. So the first signing we're going to be going over is Corey Perry was actually signed to a one-year deal worth $750,000, and he signed with the Montreal Canadiens. So it's going to be definitely weird to me seeing him playing like on the eastern side, because he was with the Ducks forever, and then he played for the Stars for a little bit. So it's definitely going to be a little weird for me personally. I think it was a great signing. Montreal, they did a great job with this. And really, they were kind of eyeing Wayne Simmons before he signed with Toronto, and he had a higher price tag. And the production, there wasn't a huge difference statistically in production or anything that, you know, really stood out. They're very similar type of players. They're both very gritty. I would say they're both, I would categorize them as power forwards, in front of the net a lot, good net front presence, and very physical. So similar style of game, both veteran players, and obviously this was a win-win in my opinion for the Habs, because they got Perry at a lower price tag. If you look at projected lines right now, Perry isn't even slotted in, which actually looked, and Zdeno Chara is already on dailyfaceoff.com under Washington Capitals, so he's already in on the bottom pair. So if that's already happened, then there has been time for Corey Perry to be put in the lineup on there, and he's not. So I think it just speaks to the depth that Montreal really has, and it's going to be interesting to see which line he is going to be on. I would want to say maybe the third myself, but I guess we'll see. Maybe the fourth. I guess lowballing it a little bit, you never know, but probably, I would say probably a bottom six. Now, he has nothing to hang his head about as far as his postseason production last year, as he had an impressive 5 goals and 9 total points last campaign within all the rounds that the Stars played as they made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. So not knocking this signing here. In my opinion, I think it's a great pickup for the Habs. They're gonna be gritty, deep, physical. They're gonna have the offensive talent as well. A good little mix, I think, of speed and grit here. You've got like the faster guys, like Jordon. I like saying it like that, Jordon, French way. The faster guys, and definitely not knocking it. So next signing is really interesting. It was DERICK, BRASSARD, and he signed a one-year deal worth $1 million with the Arizona Coyotes. So guys, this is literally DERICK BRASSARD's 8th team. I'm not like downing the guy, I just find it very interesting, that's all. He definitely proved himself last year on Long Island, so he obviously earned another contract, and obviously the Coyotes saw worth in him, but he had an impressive 32 total points in 66 games played with the Isles last season, but he was playing on wing instead of center. So I think it's a little interesting, because he's slotted in at the second line center position right now, and so he's going to be playing a different position, and he's going to have a little bit more responsibility. As we all know, a center role, usually you have a lot more responsibility than the wingers, with the face-offs and setting up plays oftentimes and things like that. But this is also very interesting note. This will be his 5th team he's played for since the 2018-19 season, the Coyotes will be. So low risk signing with the tournament amount. It's not really high risk. If it doesn't pan out, it doesn't pan out, but it's going to give him a chance to live up to expectations and possibly get a nice little extension. Then maybe this poor guy will have to quit packing up and moving every couple months or a few months or what have you. The most recent one on this list was Zdeno Chara signing a one-year deal with the Washington Capitals worth $795,000. 1,000. I think for most of us, and myself included, we kind of knew that Big Z's time with the B was up. He was replaced, he hadn't signed with his longtime team, and it was kind of looking like he was either gonna take a break, hang up the skates, or sign with another team. There was tons of interest. According to his agent, he had, like, I believe he said at one time there was 20 teams that at one point reached out to him regarding interest in the previous captain. So there definitely was a lot of interest and possible contenders, but it's gonna be really weird. Maybe y'all can understand this too, maybe y'all feel the same exact way, but it's gonna be weird seeing him in any other jersey than the one with the smoked B, because, I mean, come on, he was on the team for 14 years, and that might be longer than some of you watching this have even been alive, so it's a long time. I thought it would be interesting just to see how, since he is the oldest player in the league, how Chara would affect their age on average, and I was wondering, just, you know, pondering if maybe they were the oldest team on average in the league now that they got Chara. So I checked, and actually I was very surprised and stumped because they weren't. They have a lot of veterans on the roster. Craig Anderson's in the mix there somewhere, and so it surprised me that it's actually Detroit. Detroit is actually the oldest team currently on average, and they're actually a half year older, so I found that very interesting. Just a little useless tidbit. But anyways, the fourth and final, I guess this isn't a signing, but maybe like a little topic, was Henrik Lundqvist's recent news about his heart surgery. So around 2 weeks ago, many of us can recall just being heartbroken as the King announced that he would be missing the 2021 season with a heart condition. And no one really saw this coming, at least I know I didn't, but Lundqvist most recently gave a little more info on his condition and revealed that he's going to be receiving open heart surgery in order to hopefully remedy his ailment. Scheduled for an open heart surgery, now aortic valve replacement, aortic root, and ascending aortic replacement to be more exact, he says. And I'm no doctor, but it definitely sounds very serious. I'm wishing him all the best, all the good vibes. I'm hoping it goes well. And open heart surgery, guys, is a really big deal as far as like the recovery time and things like that, because I mean, they're messing with your heart, so I mean, you really need it. It's not like, you know, a wrist or a foot or something like that where it's, you know, it wouldn't jeopardize your life if you had to be without that, but this obviously would. So I'm wishing all the best wishes for the guy, and I mean, in my opinion, I don't see him being back playing again, as awful as that sounds, just hearing those words coming out of my mouth, but I'm saying that, and I hope I'm wrong, but wishing all the best to the King.